We've checked into the Hilton as day resort guests, so I had to go to guest services before we left the ship. I just bought 2 drinks, 2 chocolate bars. Breakfast is not going well. Peanut butter cups, how much? Thank you, but I'm hungry.
What does she want from me now?
I want to ask you your highs and lows of the trip.
Or more?
$36.
Oh, the tea ringers.
And the driver was a bit annoyed with us, even though he was the Wally.
We're outside the hotel now, waiting for our shuttle for the final flight home.
Yes.
Lan ho!
Oh, I wish you would stop calling me that. Every morning.
Good morning, it's debarkation day of the cruise, and we're up early at 7 a.m. and probably a bit too early because our breakfast doesn't open till 8:15, which we're a bit suspicious of.
Yeah, or possibly 8.
So we got up early just in case we were too late. We're here at Port Everglades. And yeah, I guess we're getting off the other side because we're not swimming. And would you like to tell our plans for today, Sarah?
Yes, our plans for today are to get off first, and then we have a taxi to Miami to Hilton Blue Lagoon, something that's by the airport, to spend. We've got a day pass for that resort, so we can spend the day by the pool and things before our late night flight, which is not till 10 o'clock. So, yeah.
But first, we've got breakfast at Pride Land's Feast of the Lion King. Do you know what you're going to have for breakfast?
No, not yet.
I might have the peanut butter pancake that I had the other day, because that was pretty good.
Here's what they offer today.
The vibe here is a bit different today, as everyone has their luggage with them. We'd left our suitcases outside our room the night before, and they're being taken off the ship for us, but we have our hand luggage and small items. And everyone feels a bit sad to be leaving. We found that not all the tables were full, as some guests choose to skip the breakfast and get off the ship as soon as possible. And there's no room service breakfast available on disembarkation day either.
It's quite chaotic on the last morning.
Very well organised.
They didn't have the peanut butter pancakes, which is a bit disappointing. So I've had to go for eggs and sausage.
We could have had plain pancakes.
I know I don't want plain pancakes.
No, I'm joking with you.
Thank you, but I'm hungry.
Okay.
What do you think of the layout of the ship?
I really like the layout of the ship, actually. I found it really easy to navigate and work out where we were, get from one end to the other.
Yeah, I think it took me like a day or two to figure it out, and then it was pretty easy after that. I feel like I got to know this ship a lot better than the Magic, because I was only there for 2 nights, so really it was only an evening and one day. So I felt like I didn't know my way around there at all, whereas it got quite nice here to sort of know, like, oh, it's this way, and know which floor to go to without having to check all the time. I hope that announcement hasn't ruined all the audio. Sorry about the announcements.
lovely. Thank you very much.
It was a bit of a shock to only have a one-course breakfast, as we've become accustomed to three-course meals on this ship. And I've also made a blunder with my order.
Hey? The menu says this comes with hash browns as well. Because I didn't specify every single item that was listed.
Oh. Yeah, because you said I have the eggs and sausages. Maybe they...
Breakfast is not going well.
Right, baby, let's blow this joint.
I didn't say baby.
Right, let's blow this joint.
It lost its impact on take 3.
Yeah.
We've finished breakfast and we're going to leave via guest services.
I'd forgotten about my visit to guest services. I spent the night before writing an angry letter. Remember the room service we ordered, where we had 2 Mickey bars that were free and 2 cold brew cappuccinos that didn't even have any milk in, which cost $11. They'd added 18% auto gratuity onto the bill, and we'd also given them $5 cash tip when they delivered the room service. And then Disney Cruise Line had added another $5 onto the bill, which meant our $11 coffees actually ended up costing us $22.98. And considering one of them went straight down the sink, I think that's a little bit steep. So I wrote a letter to guest services, making use of the room stationery, asking them to reimburse the additional $5 they had charged us. And then I was just going to drop the letter into guest services, but there actually wasn't much of a queue, so I stopped and spoke to someone. And then it took about 10 or 15 minutes of him going off to speak to different departments to reimburse me my $5. And the guy serving me did seem quite shocked that anyone would be so cheap. Like, you don't want to pay the extra $5?
Ugh.
No, sir, I do not. Because that would have made our tip a higher value than the items we ordered. Not paying 100% tip wasn't even good coffee. So I left the ship on a bit of a sour note. Although I did get the $5. And then when I worked out the price in pounds, it's only like £3 something. And I did feel a bit silly. But I was right on principle.
Where'd you put the drink? We're back on land. Do you have to get your luggage before security? We're out at the cruise terminal and looking for our taxi. He's here somewhere, but it's quite big, so we're trying to direct him to where we are.
Collecting our baggage was straightforward enough, but it was quite stressful once we actually left the cruise terminal, as it was really chaotic outside and we didn't know where to wait for our taxi, which Sarah had pre-booked. And we kept asking the driver where he was, and he kept saying, well, tell me where you are. And we would tell him where we were, and then he was like, no, that's not right. And it's like, well, where do you want us to go? And he just kept saying, oh, tell me where you are. And then we spoke to a member of staff there and was like, where do you wait if you've pre-booked a car? And he looked at me as though I'd asked, where do you wait for a spaceship? Because he was like, oh, I've never heard of that before. And like said to his colleague, oh, have you ever heard of anyone pre-booking a car? And it took about half an hour to actually locate the car. And the driver was a bit annoyed with us, even though he was the Wally. We'd initially planned to have a day in Miami seeing the sights, but we realised we didn't want to be lugging our suitcases around, and because we didn't have a flight until later in the evening, we kind of wanted somewhere as a base. So we decided to get day passes at the airport Hilton so we could use their pool and lounge around for the day. We've checked into the Hilton as day resort guests, while we wait for our flight, which is 10 o'clock this evening.
Lovely.
Oh, it looks nice and quiet too.
Yeah.
Oh, a couple of people. So it's a bit noisy here because we're right by the freeway and then obviously the airport. But there's a nice lake or reservoir here, and then a pool and a little bar here, I think, and lots of seating and sun lounges. So we're going to find a spot. Wonder if we'll spot any iguanas. When I first saw the sign, I thought it said "Do not feed the alligators," and I thought, oh god. So I had to go to guest services before we left the ship, as last night
I realised there was a sneaky charge on my account. When we'd ordered the room service, which was 2 Mickey bars, which are free, and then we had 2 iced coffees, which were $5.50 each. There was suddenly like a $20 charge on my account, and when I looked at it, we'd been charged $11 for the 2 coffees, then $1.98 gratuity, and then an additional $5 gratuity, and when the person delivered it, we'd also given them $5 cash. So I thought, okay, a $12 tip for 2 coffees, but we're only $11 anyway.
But if you're coming on a cruise, just check your charges because they're quite sneaky. And we noticed a lot of the time when gratuities are added automatically, they sort of add 18%. And yeah, it gets expensive. So keep an eye on it. We spent some time lounging on the sun lounges and catching up on sleep. And then after a while, I went inside to see if I could find some drinks and snacks in the gift shop. I also took a good look around the lobby here, which includes a comfy lounge section and a separate cafe/restaurant. And there's also lots of Christmas decorations at the moment. At least there was back in December when this was filmed. There's a small gift shop in here that sells a selection of holiday gifts and souvenirs. And there's even a Starbucks. So it's great for any last minute purchases or handy for coffees if you're staying here. But true to form, I'm more concerned about the prices. You never guess how much it was. I just bought 2 drinks, 2 chocolate bars,
Cost you $10,000.
a keyring and a little bag of Reese's peanut butter cups. How much?
What, about 15 or more?
$36.
Oh, the keyring, I suppose. Bloody hell.
$36.
Oh gosh.
We've been enjoying a little snooze on the lounges, and now we're going to look for some lunch, I think. We've not been swimming yet, as it's quite windy and we're a bit cold at the moment. There is a little hot tub. I think it might be the hot tub. We'll check it out after lunch. We decide to eat outside at the Poolside Bar, where there's lots of tables free and a good view across the lagoon towards the airport. We've both ordered a burger at the Poolside Bar, and we're trying this pineapple soda.
I love pineapple soda.
It's nice. There's a plane taking off. Sarah's also fiddling with her hair to crop her out.
It's getting on my face.
It's arrived in these cool little boxes with lids. So we both got the burger, and it comes with these wedges. Looks pretty good. Lunch was very good, and now I'm just having another snooze, spending all day snoozing, and Sarah's gone for a swim. It is quite warm despite the wind. I do look quite wrapped up, but nice and toasty. We've had a lovely couple of hours relaxing in the pool and doing some hot and cold therapy between the hot tub and the freezing pool, because it was quite cold, and now we feel very relaxed.
Well, it's time to head to the airport and begin the journey home.
Yeah, it's been quite a nice end to the holiday, because this morning it was all kind of hectic, getting off the cruise, and to go from being surrounded by loads of people to being here where there's only been a handful of people all day. It's been really nice.
It's been like a spa day, hasn't it?
Yeah, basically. So we're just getting ready to go back inside, pick up our suitcases, and then there's a free shuttle here to the airport, which is just over the road.
Yeah. That probably takes 10 minutes to get there.
Yeah. We're outside the hotel now, waiting for our shuttle to the airport for the final flight home. Yes. We just stopped at Subway to get something to take on the plane, because British Airways didn't feed us last time.
Oh, yeah.
They only gave us a sausage roll.
Well, they did feed us.
Well, they gave us one meal, but on a flight that long, we got hungry. We're at Maestro Pizza, and it looks like we're doing nothing but getting food, but we didn't eat those Subways. They're for later. So this is going to be our dinner before we get on the plane, where they hopefully serve us another dinner. I don't know actually, because the flight is at 10. So
They
it
will
might
usually serve a dinner.
a light supper, do you think? Or
They will usually serve a dinner on a late night flight, from past experience, but who knows. But most of the time it tastes like crap anyway, so it's better to have something more substantial.
yeah, and after last time, we would rather be prepared.
Yeah.
Because before, I thought they would come round with, well, I thought there would be another proper meal, and then I also thought there would be like a snack. Like,
Yeah.
sure, in the past they've come round with like ice creams
Yeah.
halfway through.
Once upon a time, you always, on a flight, as long as there's like anything over 8 hours, you would get a meal and then a breakfast, for example, because we're landing in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say we'll probably be lucky to get a muesli bar for breakfast.
Yeah.
Pizza! Can we get your pizza?
Thank you. Oh, wasn't sure what it would be like, but it's like a little oblong pizza. Didn't know if it would be just like a slice.
Yeah.
We both ended up regretting the Subways, because as it was an evening flight, we were both tired and we weren't really hungry, but you weren't allowed to import meat and cheese, and I felt bad to just throw it away, so I was trying to eat it, and it was just stinking the plane out and making me feel a bit sick. Right, we've got to go down to the gate.
Down the escalator, what do you prefer?
Well, this is coming now.
Okay.
We're in the last half hour of the flight, so we're nearly home.
Yep.
Sarah slept most of the time.
First time in my life. I never sleep on flights like that.
Is this the A380, did you say?
Yeah.
We're upstairs on the A380. Just thought I'd show you. I get this nice bin next to me, which is not big enough for all my stuff, of course. But there's quite a bit of space down there. So that's been handy. Not much leg room, as always. And annoying metal boxes in where my feet should go.
Thank you, crew. Take your seats for landing.
We got the bags.
Holidays over.
This is it?
Yep.
The
Been
final
brilliant.
farewell.
Yep. Karen will go one way and I'll go another way. I'll see you in a year. No, we must make sure we keep doing our vlogs and
Thanks for a lovely holiday.
you're welcome. You're
Um,
welcome.
yeah, see you next Christmas. Thanks for watching and we hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah. Bye everyone.
Bye.
You just turn that freaking thing on again, haven't you?
Well, we're on a roll with filming, so
What does she want from me now?
I want to ask you your highs and lows of the trip.
Right, my high. She's been asking me a lot of these questions over the last couple of days, and I'll say something, and I'll be like, and then there's my most recent high yesterday was the swimming at Lookout Key. Just the water was just unbelievably beautiful. It was so relaxing. I went in 3 times into the sea, and that was just wonderful. The stingray adventure the day before, that was just magic. Loved that. I've never been snorkeling in my life, apart from owning a snorkel as a child and thinking that snorkeling in a paddling pool was snorkeling. Epcot fireworks. So incredibly emotional at the end. That really got me. What do you call it? Brought all the feels for me. How about you, Karen? For your highs?
Well, do you know what I really liked?
What?
The Junkanoo.
Oh, the Junkanoo.
Which seems like a weird thing to say, but I think we'd been having a good day yesterday anyway. This was at Lookout Key, and we'd been swimming and done a bit of shopping, and we're having our lunch, and Sarah spotted Mickey and Minnie with the Junganoo like music people, and we were like, oh, it's a bit far to go over there. And then Sarah went to get us some ice creams, and I thought, I'll just sort of run over with my camera and see if I can get something in the distance. And then before I knew it, I was over there, and then it was similar to what we'd seen earlier in the day. And at the end of the little music bit they sort of do like a conga line where everyone follows them. And I thought, what the heck? So I joined in, and it was just quite a spontaneous moment. And it was quite funny because earlier on I'd been nervous about going swimming because I'd left like all my swim cover-ups in the cabin, thinking I probably wouldn't swim. So I was just in my like costume and a t-shirt, and when I'd been walking out to the water, I'd felt all self-conscious. And then later on, like luckily I had a towel wrapped around my bum, but it was just funny sort of then
She found her confidence.
being there dancing in this little t-shirt and a towel.
Meanwhile, I'm back at the barbecue area where we were sitting with the ice cream that Karen had asked me for, pouring down my arm, melting all down, dripping onto me.
You could have eaten it and got me another.
It ended up in the bin, and I was like, if you want one, go and get one yourself now.
She was a bit cross.
No, it wasn't. It was fine.
So that was one of the highs. And then also, I think just Epcot was a high, just because I liked all the shopping.
Yeah, the shopping was great.
And I got the hoodie that I'd been searching for on the previous days, and just everything came together.
Yeah. Guardians was a great ride.
Yeah.
It was a high.
All the rides were pretty good there.
Yeah.
What was your lows?
Well, obviously, missing the Christmas party. Of course, it's a low, and also the night before, the Starlight Parade. Missing that because of the rain. Something we'd been looking forward to. But we made up for it with a daytime parade, which was lovely. And just kind of joined it very last minute. Lovely, front seats because we were right at the beginning in Frontierland. Yeah,
we were going to not bother.
Yeah, because we had all these other parades we were going to be seeing. Hello.
There was an interruption, and we don't know what we're talking about now.
We lost our way a little bit.
But
yeah, I think we'd talked about lows, and I talked about missing the party and the parades and things like that. Also, for me, just personally, obviously, I have some muscular issues and joint issues, and they did plague me a few times. And I always have this problem with swelling and edema when I travel. So I've got cankles like you wouldn't believe right now. But, it is what it is.
Probably my low would be hugging Sarah's feet on the aquaboat.
They weren't that bad, were they?
It's quite undignified seating.
It is.
Like she was in the back seat, and then her feet had to go like under my armpits.
Yeah, they said that Karen had to put her arms over top of my feet, and I'm like, oh, I just took my socks off, but they were clean. So
yeah, it was. Actually, that was my low. They wouldn't let me take my camera, and they wouldn't let me ride solo because they said I was too lightweight. Might go flying off.
And so, because I wanted to do it, but I was just unsure because it's so low down. I can get down and I can get up, but it's not because I've got no the nerve endings in one knee are all sort of killed off. I just find it hard to get that push up from that knee. And I can't turn over and kneel properly, so I was a bit scared. Once I got down, or actually I thought I'd get down easier and then wouldn't be able to get up. But actually getting down into it was more tricky. It was getting my left leg over. Just about had to kind of fling it over Karen's head.
I would say to you though, well done, because she wasn't even in her swimwear. She just had her clothes on, and I was going to do it on my own, but they wouldn't allow single riders because of the high winds, and they said it wasn't safe. So I went to Sarah and was like, "Oh, I need another rider." So she stepped up to the plate.
I did. I
Fully clothed.
I didn't want Karen to miss out on the ride. I knew she wanted to do it. I didn't want her to miss out because of me. And there was that childish part of me that really wanted to do it. I hate missing out on things, despite any mobility or any issues I might have. I always try to do everything. Like, there was no ride that I shied away from. And, you know, some of them weren't the easiest. But, yeah, I did it. And actually getting out of it was a lot easier than getting in. I had, you know, good help. Karen holding one hand, somebody holding the other just to help me get that sort of push up onto my knee, and then I was fine. So, you know, I sat there a bit panicked for a minute, but it was over quickly though. It was the fastest ride. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe we'd done the whole lap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously that conveyor belt takes up quite a lot of the ride.
What was your favourite show experience?
My favourite show experience will always be, and no matter what anybody else tries to do better, will always be Phantasmic for me. I've enjoyed, there's no shows I haven't enjoyed, but some have been better than others. But Phantasmic for me is just the Disney dream. It's just does everything right.
Yeah, I think probably the parade. Does that count as a show?
Oh yeah, and the parade as well. Yeah.
Yeah, which I wasn't expecting to like be that bothered by, because I like the nighttime shows and all the lights and stuff. So the daytime parades are usually like not something I care about, but that one really hit me.
Yeah, I usually
right
try
in the
to.
feels.
You got the feels. See, she got all the feels. Yeah, I try to do parades whenever I'm there. I love the Disney parades.
Your favourite ride?
Favourite ride? Oh, there's so many. Oh, and I forgot to say the Lion King show at Animal Kingdom. I always love that as well.
Oh yeah.
Although I was in a bit of pain that day, so it was kind of there when I was sitting there. It was, but I still enjoyed the show. Rides wise, love Everest. That was fun. Guardians was epic. I love the way the vehicles spin on the tracks as well as you go around the tracks. And the music. Which one did we have? Oh, we had Burn, Baby, Burn.
Just go and
burn,
oh,
burn.
baby, burn.
Yeah, that was epic.
Soaring.
Tiana.
Soaring.
Oh yeah, Soaring. That's one of my favourites. Tiana. I was glad we got to do that. That was really lovely.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Yeah. Loved the ride. Loved everything about it except for the discomfort of the lap bar. It's really tight around your knees. Even people who are not that big are saying, you know, they really struggle to get their knees into that lap bar. But it was worth it to do the ride. Tron was pretty fun too.
I don't know what happened to me on Tron. I had a mental episode where from the outside there's a bit where you can watch it go round, and I don't remember doing that outdoor bit. And yeah, Sarah says we did straight away at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what, did I black out or something? I can't remember. I'll have to watch the video back, and hopefully I got something on that.
I'll tell you what was a good ride was Rise of the Resistance at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
I'm not a Star Wars person, but it's a very well done ride from the setting the scene, everything is.
It was almost a bit like Ratatouille.
Or the Spider-Man one at Paris.
No, because it was like on the trackless thing. There's
the Spider-Man one is trackless as well at Paris.
Yeah, but you just sort of go round and look in rooms on that one.
Yeah.
This one you actually move into different areas and feel like you're travelling around the ship.
Yeah.
It was a very good one.
Yeah, it was. Good ride. I quite enjoyed the Three Caballeros as well.
Yeah, I like the classics.
Yeah. Love a little boat ride.
What about the hotels?
The hotels, my favourite, Fort Lauderdale, the Marriott Harbour. No, Fort Lauderdale, Marriott Harbour, Spa and Resort. Bonvoy is just the company that Marriott's part of now. But yeah, Harbour Beach Spa and Resort. It was beautiful. I mean, we had a sea view room. It was just a gorgeous room.
It was a lovely room.
Yeah.
But the Hilton Airport Hotel Suite, probably my favourite room overall. Just if that had the view of the Marriott.
Yeah, that would be perfect. I mean, we were very lucky at that Hilton because we got upgraded to the suite. So I think it's the first time I've been upgraded to anything in my life. So pray for us to get an upgrade to business class tomorrow.
Oh gosh,
wouldn't that be nice?
Forgot about the flight.
Yeah, we've got a long flight back. But yeah, Pop Century was fine.
That was a good location.
Yeah, good location. Skyliner access is great, although the Skyliner coming back from Epcot,
forget about it.
Nightmare, absolute nightmare. Brilliant coming back from Hollywood Studios at close time.
Yeah,
there's no issues, and we waited round at Epcot, did a couple of things, had a bit of a cry after the fireworks. Then I had to return the ECV I was using. So we thought, by the time we're out, the queue would have gone down. No. We were in the queue for a long time.
That queue was wild.
Yeah, it was wild. But it's still a convenient, for the most part, it proved to be a convenient form of transport.
But flawed.
Yeah, flawed.
It was held up by ECVs.
And wheelchairs.
That require it to stop for them to load an extra car on. So,
and there was a lot of them.
A lot of ECV drivers leaving the park at closing time just shut down the whole Skyliner pretty much.
Because a lot of people, rent the ECVs from outside companies, so they have them for access in the resorts and stuff as well. But yeah, so it was a perfectly good resort. I enjoyed my time there at Pop.
I'm glad we were in the location we were, because some of the other blocks had a really long walk to get to anywhere.
Yeah.
So we were reasonably close to like the drink stand and the shop and the food hall.
Yeah, I booked a preferred room, so you get one of generally the preferred rooms are the 50s, 60s and 70s, which are surround the hippy dippy pool.
And it's still quite a walk. So being anywhere further would take... Oh, God. What was that?
Just hit a rogue wave or something. Yeah.
Iceberg straight ahead.
What's the time anyway? It must be almost dinner time.
We're off to dinner. It's our last night.
Still got 15 minutes.
Yeah, but
we don't want to miss the show.
We want to get there.
Yeah.
And just like that, our Disney Destiny adventure comes to an end. From magical moments on board to unforgettable memories in Walt Disney World, we've truly fulfilled our destiny. But Disney adventures never really end. They just lead to the next one. And now that we've fulfilled our destiny, perhaps it's time to start living the dream. We'll see you real soon.